Hey, okay, just got on. So yeah, today I'm going to probably only be on about an hour, but in that time I'm gonna go over some we're gonna do a couple things. One is continue some of this analysis of different time series models, forecasting the Virgin River in Utah, which is one, and number two is looking at this multi-head attention implementation in PyTorch, and we want to basically make that module subbable with other activation functions, because if we make it swappable with other activation functions, it's shown that the softmax mechanism uh, should be good. So softmax can be better replaced with other mechanisms that particularly work better on long-term temporal dependencies. If you read that NeurIP's article, in my article summarizing it, one of the takeaways from that sparse max and adversarial transformers paper was essentially that this sparse max activation function, even without the whole GAN training, could be better than just the general this sparse max activation thing they use could be better than the general softmax and multi-head attention. So that's one thing to do. And yeah, we're just going to look at how to parameterize that, because fortunately right now we use the PyTorch official implementation of multi-head attention, which means it's difficult to parameterize. Of course, we could do there could be like a PR to PyTorch itself, though I don't know how that would work. But in any case, we might look at just doing our own version of that. But anyways, to get started, we're gonna set up this forecasting thing to run on with DARNN. So in this notebook, we've actually been using the transformer module to kind of forecast, and so here we're going to look at using DARNN. We'll probably start with Virgin River too as well. That's kind of how it will work. So we'll add some code here, and this will be some good code. And right now, as I said, we're not necessarily expecting any of these models to work really well. The idea is more to get benchmarks with all these models on the river flow data, so then we can, when we start adding things that hopefully will make them work better, like the metadata forecasting on multiple rivers at the same time, we start to see a fair actual improvement. So that's kind of what we're hoping for here. I'm going to do that. And so what we're going to see, we'll just run through. So as I said, this one notebook is set up to use the transformer model. I'm going to swap it so it just uses DARNN. I'm creating a different notebook because I'm still running some experiments with the transformer model. So if I go back, I want to be able to use that. I think I've said it many times before, but I've never gotten around to it just because there's been other stuff to do. I am hopefully gonna get weights and biases one working with outside of notebooks into working on just GCP infrastructure, so we don't have to use notebooks. But that's kind of what we're going to do right now. To just get this started changing this, we'll just change this to DARNN because that's the model we're going to use. The sweep params we're going to look at, I do have some sweep params from another notebook. from a while ago. DA for we actually trained DA RNN a lot on COVID, but we haven't trained it as much on some of the river flow forecasting, so we don't necessarily have all the stuff worked out of what parameters would look like on here. So I think this is like this one. So where the okay, yeah, so this is right. So this is what our sweep will look like. And I'm just going to actually copy these parameters over because I'm pretty sure these are, oh wait, this is with metadata though. We're not, as I said, right at the moment, we're not going to use metadata because we're just trying to get like kind of vanilla baseline. Model name. Oh yeah, that's the whole thing. So here we go. Model name is going to be blah 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 blah. Model type, model params. GRU, LSTM, LandDB config, hidden encoder, all these things here. Did I close these brackets? I think I probably closed these brackets, right? So these are the main things. Class is default. Yeah, I guess we could take that same number of workers. So just these should be the same. Outfeeds. Oh, outfeeds. I do have outfeeds here, so we could in theory use multitask forecasting here on this right now, I think. For now, for this first run though, I'm not going to use that. But that's good to know because then I think that do that. So we could just use those out of the box. So, oh wait, I need to get rid of this. We're not using metadata right now. Dropout. What is this? This goes here. Okay, that should be okay. So this is the core code. Yeah, we'll just run down through and do this stuff right now. Oh wait, where's the WAN-DB stuff? Shit. I think I have to do this stuff somewhere too. Should probably just do this all in one cell. Well, now I'm gonna have to rerun that. Maybe I'll do that in multiple cells. So, let's see that. There's OBS. Let's do authentic. I think Google refresh anyways. I'm just being like super careful in case they don't. It's actually the weights and biases authentication code that I think doesn't get refreshed. Should probably edit this cell to something smarter. At the moment, we're actually not going to use this. This is actually the stuff we'll download the full flow DB data set. Since we're only using the Virgin River stuff, I'm just going to comment this out. Yeah, actually, this subsection of the FlowDB data set doesn't have the most recent data in it. We're still working on populating all that data from other years into it, but we do have it on select streams. So like on the Virgin River, as you'll see, we have data all the way up to 2021 essentially, which is really nice. And we actually have data dating back further too. We have data from 2010 all the way to 2021, so we have about 10 years of river flow data, which is really nice. Oh yeah, I forgot that wasn't going to run. There should probably be a separate cell anyways. We'll make this pretty a bit later. The good thing about this is even when it's not pretty, essentially, as I said, all these parameters and what files used are logged to weights and biases, so it can always be reproduced even if your notebook isn't in a great shape. because you have the config, you have the version, you have what version of the GitHub repo was used. But at the same time, like obviously, if you then, so even if you lost the notebook entirely, you could still reproduce it, though it would be a pain in the ass. Anyways, we'll go for here. We'll do this basic. Oh wait, did I do GSUtil on this? I don't think I did. Oh, fuck. Where does it download? Oh yeah, so see, this is where it downloads our files. The files we're interested in. So we'll just run this here. Oh, fuck. Come on. Copy. This should be fine. And then we'll just run this here again. What? Oh wait, it's probably a different... Okay, since we did it after we'd already ch'd, it's actually a slightly different path. It would be within flow forecast is my guess. So, that's just because we already had CP'd when we ran that. It's fine if we overwrite these, it will only take like 2 seconds anyways. What the fuck? Oh. That should be fine. What? How the fuck's it still not found? Found here. Oh yeah, that's when it's trying to save it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know which is better. It would probably be better to follow that sync. Just clear this. Flow for... Yeah, I have so many notebooks because, like, it's like... Oh, fuck, what the heck? Yeah, we'll do like level 3. Okay, so here we'll first just make sure this compiles. Of course, there's some small error. Training params. What the fuck? That looks like that should be there. How's that invalid syntax? Yeah, I don't really understand how that's invalid syntax. Maybe that. But that won't change anything. Wait, the config, model name, model params. This goes to there, that goes to there. These are the feature params. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That shouldn't be invalid syntax. And then the comma's right where it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's just it. How the fuck is that invalid syntax? There's no way that's... Okay, we're gonna just go there. Yeah, it's closing the bracket here. How is that invalid syntax if it's closing the bracket? Interpolate. It's like, I know this is wrong because then it like puts all those parameters. Or maybe the thing with displaying the brackets was wrong. Okay, we're not using any weight paths, so shit, so wait, there seem to be too many brackets down here, maybe. Or maybe not enough. No, but dataset param should end there. That's the thing. Dataset param should end right here, because this is the start of training params. So I don't see how I can say that this stuff is wrong. That is not invalid. That ends dataset params. I'm gonna tighten this up, see if I can figure out why it's saying this. Because if it ends dataset params, it should not be doing that. So that's the interpolate params. This is within dataset params. Yeah, so this should be, I mean, this should probably be indented over more. You wanted to make it look nice, but I don't know why it's saying that this isn't valid, because this is definitely valid. This ends that block, and then this ends feature params. Yeah, that's a little deceiving, but that should end all the important stuff. And then this should end feature params, and then this should end dataset params. What the fuck? That makes no fucking sense. Yeah, let's get this out. I mean, this is technically a dictionary, so this is going to say there are some problems, but I'm pretty sure, like, if we replace, like, well, I don't actually want to replace all that. Like, no, I don't want to support it, I want to just validate it. Okay, just, like, pretend anything with lambda could be config. Just going to. There really should be no syntax problem. I don't know what the fuck it was talking about. Oh fuck, now I'd have to replace all these variables. What? Yeah, I think there's definitely something wrong with that stupid thing. Because it's not making any sense that this is not valid syntax there. Because that's definitely valid syntax, I think. I'm just gonna try to do something here. See if it keeps bitching about it. Fucking. That is not invalid. There's no way that should be invalid. Like, keep working that. Because this wraps up. I mean, if there were, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this. I mean, if we just have this, would like this, for instance, be invalid? Because I don't think there's anything invalid here. Okay, so it says it yells at this, but it doesn't give an error here. And this wraps up this block. Wait, is there a, oh, it might, oh crap, it's because there isn't dataset params. there should be something here that's like data set params, I think. Okay, whatever. I think that's the reason. I think when I copied that upper block, I accidentally got rid of the data set params. So. I just wasted like 15 minutes on that. Mace Mape, these are all good. Is there a forecast length here? Should probably just add forecast length. I think we were only doing like a forecast length for one. I think that's only what it supports, but we'll just add it here so I don't have to replace all that stuff. So then to run this, what we'll do is, yeah, so we'll just do, actually I'll look at the other file. And db sweep. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we just do the sweep ID and then the agents thing. Okay, I'll get rid of this. This is useless now. Then this is the one we're using. Sweep ID, sweep config. Just use this name. File path. Oh, wait. File path, we're just gonna do that. And then, what is it? What's our file path? We're using 6000, I think. We're not using, I'll check. Yeah, we're using 6000 right now. As I said before, that 6000 just refers to the different gauge IDs. So this isn't a USGS. Oh wait, this should be this full thing. But yeah, this is just the full USGS gauge ID. We'll add this here. Just checking the parameters match. Flow for gauge ID, station ID, weight path, pre-trained. Okay, pre-trained, none. Okay, pre-trained. The station ID is AZC. This doesn't really matter too much. These are just tags we can use to sort on later. We'll just run this. Oh, didn't import 1DB. So, invalid sweep. List object has no attribute keys. What? Sweep ID, sweep config full. I don't think so. Sweep ID, sweep config full. List attribute hasn't. Checking this again. Config file. Wait, no, it's failing on this line though. It's saying that the sweep's invalid. Let's see this quickly. Oh wait, it's called that, I guess. That's odd. I don't think I've ever seen that error message before. Yeah, it's list object attribute has no attribute keys. Values, they forget values. Oh wait. Yeah, it was this stupid thing. Yeah, I should have done. So yeah, always in a WAN-DB sweep, you have to like. I think it would actually be a lot simpler if they just mapped the name directly to the key value pair was just the whatever parameter you wanted, and then you listed the stuff right out just as a list next to it. But for some reason in WAN-DB sweeps they have it this way where you actually have to create kind of this nested thing to handle it, which I find kind of weird, but. Okay, so that's running. Of course, there's some stupid error. Oh wait. Oh yeah. That makes sense. So basically, columns I'm passing in. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the columns. So I think number times series. This should be 8. I believe that's the same thing it was here. Let me see. Yeah, that's right. So we'll just revise that. Yeah, these are pretty complex. So, or can be at least. So let's just see. Oh wait, am I only sweeping over that one value? I probably want to sweep over more. Oh, I'll get to. I'm going to fix that though. Shape -171 is invalid for input of size 5040. Okay, that's weird. I mean, it's probably not that weird. Probably just. So, looks like, yeah, it was during the main train loop it screwed up. So, I'm just gonna look over this real quick, too. Okay, so these I think would all be good. I'll just check these forecast history. So it's basically saying here that I think this is somewhere. I really wish weights and biases. This is one of the problems with print a full freaking error message. All I've gotten from them on support is they say to go to logs, but then I go to logs and say I look through logs, and there is essentially nothing in the log other than what they say here. There's like no trace back to the actual line. Like I don't even know if it says the actual error message in the logs. At least these logs, it doesn't seem to say anything. So there's no log that, except maybe, I don't know if it's this one. Not really though. I mean, I still see there's no real trace back here. Like, there's no trace back here. So I don't know what they're saying. In the logs, there doesn't seem to be anything. It's kind of annoying. But anyways, I could probably guess which line that is, maybe. But I'm not sure if I could guess. Shape -171. So it's probably in DARNN where we're reshaping something would be my guess. Go to. I'm surprised that happened though. What the heck? DARNN. Oh wait, I remember where it is. Yeah, actually, you can go back to our like model shit. So there's. I'm guessing there was a reshape in here or something. Or maybe there wasn't a reshape. I would have thought that error happened on a reshape. Oh, that might be another thing to look at sometimes too, is seeing if like instead of doing a softmax here, like an max would work better. Because yeah, that's one of the things that we were talking about. Is this isn't self-attention, but I gotta figure out what's wrong first with this normal shit. What was I doing? Forecast length, yeah, that should be one. Forecast history. Wait, there's barely any parameters actually. This is searching over. I mean, I'll fix this in a bit, but I'm just gonna see. Number workers, standard scalar, date time, batch size. Is there early stopping? Yeah, there's early stopping. Shit. Yeah, I don't really know what the problem is. GRU LSTM is false. So it's using a GRU. Yeah, it would be a lot easier with the stack trace, wouldn't it? It would be like, you would potentially, I don't know. Yeah. Criterion. End time series. Or should that be 8? Yeah, I mean the other side was 8. So I think, yeah, we have these two cyclical parameters. Yeah, that should be 8. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that. So what I'll actually do is, yeah, I don't really want to do this, but I'll probably am going to need to get the actual stack trace error, run this without being in a sweep would be my guess, which is kind of annoying because now I'm gonna have to edit this whole thing. So I'm just gonna do like, this would normally be really bad practice, but I'm just doing this to like strictly debug stuff. I'm going to create kind of a new function just down here. So this notebook will be entirely out of order. And then just quickly replace this with like whatever params it was using. I really do think weights and biases needs to get that fixed because it's like impossible to debug anything in a sweep if an error happens now, which is kind of annoying. So forecast history, I'm guessing we were using something like batch size of 10 or something, hidden encoder size, what was it, I think like, what was the hidden encoder size? 32, hidden decoder was 32, this was 64. But yeah, I'm just gonna use this to, these don't really matter because I don't think they were affecting anything. So we just have to remove like all this stuff though. Or rather sub it. Batch size was 10. Forecast history. I think this was 8, right? Yeah, that was 8. Forecast length, as I said, was just 1. Oh wait, was that, maybe it was the forecast history. Maybe if that wasn't set right, that could be a thing. No, it looks like that. Okay, so we'll just compile this. Is there any WinDB stuff left in this one? Okay, we'll see if we can just get the error now. We'll literally just run, instead of doing the sweep wrapper now, we'll just run literally the train function. So expect. Wait, why is it still saying it's running a sweep? Okay, in any case, we got the what the error, the actual trace back now. That was what kind of a pain in the ass to get the trace back. So -171 is invalid for. Okay, so yeah, it's on this view, so it's this view that there's the problem. Oh wait. I was just remembering something. Oh yeah, for some reason, oh yeah, it's that weird DARNN thing. For some reason, DARNN is weird, and I think you have to always do something -1 or something, because the way it doesn't count the actual target as one of the relevant quote-unquote columns. So, or no, it does. Is it the target or one time step? I'm gonna go back to you to remember this. Let's see. There was something it doesn't count. It counts as like one less. Yeah, so the forecast, no, it's forecast history. So it should be that -1. Oh, so it should be these. These should all be -1. I don't know why it does that. I don't know what essentially it's doing. It might be using, I think it uses that as the target. Yeah, this is the only model where this is true, but for some reason it is. Just in case people are wondering, there is no information leakage because the models never really passed the target at all, so it's not that. It's just using, I think, the last time step, maybe more in that attention mechanism, is what I think is going on. That should actually probably be written in the documentation somewhere. Warning, high loss detected. Okay, so this looks like it's running now. So I'm gonna now, well, we'll wait for it to run once through, but then once it does, then we'll actually expand this sweep to all the values. These of course should actually be much bigger, the forecasting. Here we want much larger batch sizes to try to saturate the GPU. Other stuff we want to look at, I'd start 10 at the earliest, 10 maybe. Again, this isn't COVID stuff, so we want probably a lot longer hourly temporal dependencies here. That might be too many. I don't want a massive hyperparameter sweep. What was I running on this? I should probably roughly do similar hyperparameters. Oh wait, I was doing really long to start out with. Yeah, that's always going to be 1. These were the ones that were good to optimize hyperparameters. So we'll do 32, 64. 128. We'll do all the way up to 256 for each. 256. I might add, what is it, maybe here. So this is 4 times free times 4 times free. 4 times free times 4. 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, wait, so free times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So that's about free in total. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure this actually runs. So they plot everything and do everything okay. I'm just gonna check up here. Yeah, that was I really wish they get that error stuff resolved, because it's such a, I could have seen that a lot quicker, like if it was just, if I just had the trace back initially. See what's going on. Has this finished? This might not have finished. Okay. I think this is running in particular really slowly too, if we look at the stuff, because I think what's going on is that it's not utilizing much of the GPU. Oh, wait, I'm running this on a CPU. That's why it's going so fucking slow. Yeah, this probably is going to need a GPU. Anyways, while that runs, once that runs, I mean, I'm probably hopefully going to have that thing run the massive, like, 3,000 searches, parameter searches throughout the evening. I might get rid of actually one of these, just because I do want to reduce it in factor a bit. Yeah, the 0.1 is probably way too high. I've seen it totally conked out with the learning rate that high before. So I can get rid of that safely. Just want to trim this down slightly. I think I might try a Bayesian search too, but so that's just like, instead of being 1.4 there, this would now be free. So that gets it down to 2,304. Though if each one's taking this long, that's going to be a really long fucking time. Okay, I need to figure. Yeah, this is definitely going to require a GPU. Anyways, so that was that. I wanted to actually get to like a lot more stuff, but yeah, while that's running, so I'm working on adding a new data loader to switch branch. Leave my changes on transform X. Yeah, I'll leave them, or actually I'll commit them, or I'll just leave it there. So the new goal of the new data loader, as I was saying, is to essentially take something where we have like a lot of different date times, and like have it work, where so basically the new data loader. Oh, maybe I can do a quick concept thing here. The new data loader is like basically when we have a CSV file. Oh wait, I think I actually have the CSV file somewhere maybe. But we have like a CSV file where like actually this might be with the COVID stuff. Let me see. COVID data. Yeah, so like we have a CSV file, like I'll do kind of a diagram. where like we have like say multiple locations or multiple things, and we kind of want to feed them in at once. So we might have like I'm just gonna make a crude CSV diagram here. So like we have like say like a CSV where we have like some location where we would have something say like location, date, like say cases, like if we're doing COVID or something. And you know, this would go on like, say we have a CSV like that, and then like we have say like Miami or something, date 1/20/21, and then we have like 300, and then we have like Palm Beach or some shit. Anyways, it would be something. It would be say like we had a CSV somewhat similar to this, and we wanted to essentially take. I'll add a couple more, or I'll add some other dates too. We wanted to essentially do like without having to format this all ourselves. Basically, take well, we wouldn't have that because that would be the same location, same date. We want to, without having to format this ourselves, we want to like make all of the stuff on a certain date into to one tensor. So basically what the pre-processing for this is going to look like is we're going to then take say like this, and then like create a tensor with like I'll add some other info to be more specific, but we create like say a multi-dimensional tensor of say like the shape of I mean batch size will always be the first thing, but a batch size, n time series, n time series, n locations, n time steps. So we're actually creating kind of, initially we're trying to get this essentially what's a four-dimensional tensor, where we have batch size, number of time series, n locations, and n time steps. So then you're probably wondering, well, what are we going to do with this tensor, since most of our models take three-dimensional tensors. So basically then what's going to be happen is each location in this case Palm Beach or Miami or whatever, is going to get its own kind of location. I mean, I'll call it location encoding for now. Kind of a location encoding applied to it. But really this could apply to other things too, like say like these were like items being sold in a store, then they get like an item encoding. Basically a unique encoding is going to be added to represent each of those, and then what's going to happen is it's to represent kind of each of those positions, and then basically what's going to happen is then this whole thing is going to be fed into the model in some form or another. Exactly how, and then kind of framed as a multitask forecasting problem where we try to where the end result from the model is just going to be the loss of each location, is essentially going to be loss will equal kind of the loss of, you know, each location, say Miami plus blah blah blah, forecasting the target column. So that's kind of what the idea of this is. So, but before worrying about how the model actually deals with the four-dimensional tensor in each location, There are actually models that do this, like that graph GNN stuff does that kind of very well. We're going to just worry about how to get this four-dimensional tensor from a data frame that looks like this. So that's pretty much what we're looking at now, is just how to get this data frame into this 4D tensor that we can then do all this other interesting stuff with. I'm going to check back into here for now. What the fuck? That's still running? I really need to clean up some of this shit too. It's like, I'm gonna, I thought I cleaned some of this shit up actually. Like there was like, wait, did I clean that up? I thought I cleaned it up. Cause it's printing, I was printing a shit ton of debugging and stuff when I was doing the, what was it? When I was adding the multitask forecasting support, I like put in like a shit ton of debugging. But now that we have unit tests for that and the stuff is working, all that debugging shit isn't really necessary. So yeah, I thought I'd remove that stupid stuff. Print. Sorry, there was, and so yeah, one of that stuff was, fuck, see, it's still here. This is an instance of, oh god, I gotta remove that. I gotta open a PR. That stuff is just, it's like, it's drowning out any of the useful logging right now. Actually, in all honesty, that stuff should never probably been put in master. That should have been better checked by me. Or whoever was reviewing the PR. Wait, is this an old branch? Wait, this might be an old branch. Is it in master or isn't it? I need to figure that out. Forget where it was exactly. It's in PyTorch loaders. Yeah, it's still in master. Oh wait, this, when I search it goes back to an old branch. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna look at the actual branch now. It's in pre-processing. Anyways, actually this is the file we're gonna be modifying anyway soon for this data loader, so. Print. Oh yeah, it's still here. I'm gonna create a new branch out of this. Remove annoying print. Crap. This is running slow because it's in the browser, I think. Yeah, this should I'll just actually make it PR right now. It won't cause anything to fail unless I like accidentally made the formatting wrong or something. Yeah, I can't tell shit. I can't tell anything with all that crap logging stuff being logged. Wait, where is this logging? I don't know where this is logging actually. I think it's to the other repo. Yeah, it's to this one. It's been running 16 minutes on the sweep. It hasn't finished a single run. And it's only on epoch 5. Yeah, this is going way too slow. Way too slow. There's definitely a lot to do starting next week and stuff. Between getting the data loader working and fixing the the print stuff. So okay. Test rolling. COVID ICML. So yeah, anyways, that's going to, I don't know if I should wait for it to finish at this point or switch to GPU now. The only reason I'm waiting, I can see if there was any possible errors in kind of the plotting or evaluation stage, because I'd like to catch those before like submitting a full sweep and just leaving it to run its own thing. But it's taking so fucking long. I don't know, so. I'll let it finish. Anyways, that's probably it for this live coding session. Just because I don't have too much time now. Next Saturday night or Sunday. Yeah, probably Saturday night. Then, but yeah, as always, if anyone has any questions or comments about stuff, like, you can leave them on YouTube. If they're framework stuff like bugs or errors, then I would just post them obviously as issues on the GitHub repo. Anything else, yeah, anything else is fine to just, yeah, post or as issues. Also, I'm trying to get like more questions too. If you have like, say, like bugs, you could also post on Stack Overflow. I do monitor the different tags there. We don't have our own tag yet, but you can just post it under time series on Stack Overflow, and I'll definitely see it. So yeah, that's the core stuff now. I think this will pass probably. But in any case, yeah, and as always, we're looking for more contributors. We have a lot of issues we'd like to get resolved and stuff we'd like to add, or experiments you would like to run. If you have like a data set you're like, oh, I want to see models benchmarked on, and you want to do it, then yeah, that would be great. Like if you could do that with our frameworks and our models, and then like get back and like report your results, and then we can like and share, you know, your notebooks. We're always looking to get more benchmark results across more areas, so people know you know how well different models perform. So that's kind of what we're hoping for, and yeah, and or if you, as I said, want to contribute a new model, loss function, etc. Yeah, just you know, comment on the appropriate issue, or open an issue if there isn't currently one, to add a new model you're looking for. Though we do have kind of a fair number we're already looking to add, so so yeah, I'll do some more streaming on Saturday night, I think. Though don't hold me to that. I'll post on